Hey, this is Leo, and in this video I would like to give you a quick preview of an upcoming feature in AbleSet 3, and that is track groups and the mixer. Most playback projects contain multiple backing tracks. Those might be for practice, for example. Those might be for if one of the musicians can't make it for a given night. And depending on the situation, you want to mute or unmute or even solo some of those. AbleSet 3 will allow you to tag your tracks and add them into groups. So to demonstrate this, I've created a song here with my stems, and I've added tags for each of those. So I have a +G:bass that assigns these two tracks to my bass group. I have a drums group. I have my guitars, which is basically just a track group in live. Then I have some tracks for my vocals. I have some tracks for backing vocals, keys, pads, and synthesizers. And based on these groups, AbleSet will now create a mixer view for you. So if I go to Mixer, you'll see my bass, my drums, my guitars, Vox, backing Vox, keys, pads, synths, and also the click track. AbleSet automatically recognizes all tracks containing click or a plus click as a click track. Now let's say we are preparing for a gig. We can just mute the track groups that we don't need. So we likely won't need the bass, we won't need the drums, we won't need the guitars, and we won't need the main vocals. And you can see that AbleSet automatically mutes all of the tracks in a given track group when you mute the track group. And those tracks don't have to be right next to each other like they are here. They can also be split across different groups in Ableton, for example, across different songs. So you have full freedom in how you want to arrange your tracks. The same holds true for soloing track groups. If I were to solo the drums, all of the tracks that are part of the drums track group will be soloed. And the same is also true for track levels. So let's say I want to turn down my drums. I can just move this fader, and that turns down the drums all by the same amount. If your tracks in a track group have different levels, so let's say I'll make this one -4.6 and this one -17, for example, then those will be taken into account when you change the level of the track group. So the balance between the tracks always remains the same. You might have some tracks that should never be muted, even if you are soloing a group of tracks. And to do that, you can just add a tag. So let's say I never want the click track to be muted. I can add a tag, and that is called never mute, or NM for short. And now if I were to solo the bass, for example, you'll see that the click track gets soloed as well. So you will always hear it. Now let's start playback. And I can now solo the keys, for example. And you will now only hear the tracks that are tagged with the keys group, and of course the click track because it has the never mute tag. And I can also access the same groups in the performance view. So let's go here. Let's go to the settings and enable track groups. Now you see an overview of all track groups that you have in your project. And you can easily mute or solo specific track groups from within this view. Now this feature is still in development, but if you'd already like to give it a try, you can download the latest beta by clicking the link in the video description below. Let me know what you think. I look forward to your feedback, and I wish you a great day.